Tifo and Chiasonko and Amedema a Tifo Enina Sabre Yabebo Era and Semnimunia Kuti and Semno and Jim.
People, oh, yeah, man, your summer, they be Adameka. I want Yeninaim in opposition. It's a say the Honorable Foreign Minister, Omo Honosa. Yes, Obi. When we start doing those things, now the Honorable Foreign Minister, when the President of Ghana is traveling, he is able to put out all the information about his travels, all those things. Okay, can't say Oh, yeah, man, your sema. Any in a so and fan for so mrea. Also, now the Puduosi, your vice president, I go for private jet. Now, on no private jet, the vice president, the Orodo, a Ghana Toyana. We talk too much. I'll not dwell on those things, but we talk too much. The politicization, the optics, President Mama, catch on call for the social media, Twitter freak, too much in this administration and all administrations. And then, there are people who are working and they are not talking. What is Abuja Kasa? What is Kopogu Kasa? What is Obi Kasa? Yeah, maybe number 6. I read and I'm saying, Madam Kasaponica. I didn't know phone. What is our Kasa beam? Oh, yeah, Juba. Every day, Obi tweet, Obi say, tweet about the jet, the presidential jet as well.
That's what I'm saying. I was saying we inform Ghana for the.
I'm saying tweet about the presidential jet, and if you are principal, resign. If you are principal, resign because Obi, no man be brain politicians. I feel they should know that we know them now. Now me radio live aspiring from Rollins.
Yeah, you've seen it.
What do you mean? Be there in the So when we tell you that Jai Kasabe Brebeno, some George Jai Munjana Munya Juma. Because when you do that, we bring you up and we measure you by your own words, but it cannot develop the country.
And as I say, I want to me who say
it can develop the country.
Videos na go ho. I know my video.
Me koka say ekwa
yeah.
It is clear.
Yeah, sir.
That ekwa wusi ebedi kunim na for scratching so we know see no. The obi interest pe no. O twa ekwa wusi de no. O say o na fu no de nam. Ekwa wusi de.
Okay, rickets.
Yes, rickets. No go area.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Ekwa wusi de.
Yes, I want to hear. So when you occupy spaces, which is a term spaces, when you have political power, which is a big term, be careful and be mindful. Be careful and be mindful. If these two things, one you're careful, no one you're mindful, say, even where you sit as a minister, you're for a year mandate in the crown, you are the beck or the mercy of the president who are not guaranteed your full 4 years. You're not the president. Even the president, in a situation where Omanhene fees who are quite trying to be in the crowd, on your guaranteed of the
impeachment.
How much more will a minister? Let's not arrogate to ourselves certain powers. But for Ghana and the message of President John Dramani Mahama and previously another a lot of people come on by the Ghana. So to me now, do what is expected. The optics are too much. The propaganda is too much. It's so noisy. As a cloud, do the good thing that the president is focused on doing. Because when you bring us back, we will bring you back. We won't come and restart again. It's back to the school issue. Obi, as PTA, as education ministry, nobody has been punished up to date.
Not even to talk of punishment. The education ministry are feigning ignorance about the
whole problem at the right exams this year too. When you're man, problem. In fact, it'll be 3,000, I could be 3,000. And that's how we are developing this country. That's how dangerous we are developing this country. Yes, sir, party sympathizers. Yes, sir, the bootlickers of this country. Number called twisty in some now who do no. Namu can you my Indian? No, my be sure of party be catch no. Conconsa and then the Jumo did. Yes, Conconsa. Ofriha. You're not worried. That's what people live on in this country. Yes. Destroying people. Misreporting and misrepresenting situation in this country. That's what he's doing. If you don't build capacity, I'm telling you, you will still be at work, and you keep on jealousing people.
Yeah. And complaining.
Complaints it's filled. Obi prosper now to an as a graphic now. What can you do to also change your life? Yeah. Parents, let's arise, because teacher for the said by 31st of May. So that is the ministry. They'll take up the whole thing. They'll be teacher for you. They don't care again.
Yeah, because I think we need a second look at that.
If we don't do those things, Obi.
Discipline in our senior high schools.
Total lack of discipline.
It's non-existent.
All of us, especially our parliament house, they've contributed to where we are as a country now. Some characters, some utterances, some behaviors from the August House of Ghana are contributed to where we are now. Some journalists and broadcasters, their pronouncements, their utterances, behaviors are contributed to what we do. Traders, some Gutta members are contributing to what we do. Politicians. So Omano Obie take advantage.
Yes.
Obie take advantage of Mother Ghana. One day we'll wake up and we'll be told that Ghana, ya sobilete Ghana, Ediama, Ebia Togo and Benin. Into Wunia, Wanji Benin, Kadra to Ghana, Ebepamofia wine. That's where we are going. And nobody seems to be bothered about it. And Nesukunia Kwada treat to our campus.
And when the teachers, so
how?
And when the mates, so
How?
And in your school near Kola, so university,
How?
Secondary school, senior high school. And I think this conversation should be, it should come front of the center. Na yeni hun komo everywhere. Whether we need to take a second look at a punishment in our schools. A crime and a first way ensure not even punishment, but how do we ensure discipline in our schools? How do we give some power and authority to teachers? How do we ensure, sir, we put a stop to this wholesale promotion? Into we're told, sir, because of free senior high school in Tino, you cannot repeat a student. It is a student never register. Now, okotnefie exams time no about ochrono faili kra. E also akọ form 2, obefi form 1 akọ form 2, obefi form 2 akọ form 3. There is no repetition. Enti eno na a combine and a create a wild culture of indiscipline in our schools, and it's no longer funny. I mean, the lives of teachers now cannot even be guaranteed. Almost safety cannot be guaranteed because then quality made the ammunition show muhuko school. In the way a teacher ni uko bo akwala, uko try the paper mu, uko tiana, utimicha squad, amount, it was school, into cults, any groups on campuses. It's getting out of hand. And we know, and yadia will say, you share it, I'm saying echo. Because I guess I no and would live to regret. Well,
Obi, my mentor will come also just to remind Tete Chaiway. So, Obi, back to this issue of air containers.
Yes. But even before we deal with the containers, my unclear Foreign Affairs Ministry.
Okay, good.
And the update about. And I believe you heard the story.
Yeah.
Say, Minister Akase will close it down embassy temporarily. Local staff ya suspended Foreign Affairs Ministry staff ya recall. There were arguments as to how it was done. According to the minority deputy ranking on the Foreign Affairs Corps, say he can say on authority, say the people then were not officially communicated to. Omonzo say omoti assembly on social media, say minister say were recalling omo. I don't know how far that is true, but that's an issue we have to. And I believe the parliament have back, they have to, if they have to call the minister for him to provide further and better particulars.
Well, Obi, the short thing I'll say is that, Minister, in all humility, you are now operating in a diplomatic world. It's not the optics, how your political figure or they operate. And it's dangerous for us to close down and to recall. If you close down and you recall, the cost or the Abre Ghana, in terms of even the image, that Ghana brand image in Ghana, and how are the Abre? Because there was absolutely no need
to close down the embassy.
Absolutely no need. Absolutely. There's an individual.
Yes.
Say, what caused a lot of challenge for us as a country through that embassy.
Yes.
That individual, no embassy in Nana.
No.
About 30 Ghanaians no free akoye per more recommendation with the Obukoe. Almost so I'm for more hoka or and then from so man. Now, multimedia, now head of finance. That's everyone is so. May not unless no one be when you know I was a conduit to be I be framing for interrogation. Me, what does that got to do with me? That property there, who is taking charge of that? Because you recall and you close it.
Yes.
So nobody is there.
Absolutely.
So what is it? Because somebody uses IT and all those communities.
Collaborators.
Well, but do you know the cost? Do you know the cost? Do you know the cost? Do you know what it's costing us? If you've identified the main challenge or the culprit,
deal with it.
Why wouldn't you deal with the system? And do you know the cost to us as a country? Ghana embassy in Washington, it doesn't only source say visa. A lot of things go into
other things.
Yeah, one depending from Costa Rica, Honduras, So you don't just wake up to take a decision. You don't just do that. We'll move on, unfortunately for him. We'll move from the usual political terrain to a diplomatic area where decisions cannot just at the stroke of a pen. No consequences. As we speak now, Ghana, you doom ye Washington. When you say you are recalling, the local staff what do they do? What was the communication to them? Because when you recall, it means that
almost
yes, or you be on the take it, everything is on us. Everything is on Ghana.
Yeah, but it's been said, say they will call your foreign missions from Ghana, like because originally we are Ministry of Foreign Affairs staff, and they were coho. But anytime you can be recalled.
No problem with that. So does this warrant the closure and a recall? That a gentleman by name is it Kwati or whatever?
Yeah, Fred Kwati.
Yeah, a gentleman by that name has Nyoma, so shameful for us as a country.